This is Danny in Action, private yoga teacher and intuitive coach. I'm going to do something new. I've never videoed myself for my own readings before, but I find that I work best when I process things out loud. So I'm going to process my Lionsgate Tarot reading for you, for myself, out loud. So you can kind of get a feel for how I work through the cards, what imagery I see, etc., etc. You get it. Okay, so this spread was brought to us by Biddy Tarot. This was posted on their Instagram, and it's the Lionsgate spread for 2019. So the first card, what is my authentic truth? I pulled the Four of Cups in reverse. I do read reversals. Not every tarot reader does. The second card, I am going to have to reference my notes to make sure I'm getting these right. What energies am I giving out? I have the Five of Wands in reverse. What energies am I receiving? I have the Five of Swords in reverse. What's the next one? How can I align with my soul path? I got the Chariot upright, first upright card, first major arcana card. What aspects of the divine are awakening within me? What aspects of the divine are awakening within me? I'm going to have the Four of Wands in reverse. How can I embody my divine light? Seven of Swords in reverse. Where can I commit to mastery? Two of Swords upright. And I only feel the need to say upright because so many cards are reversed in this spread for me. And what is the next step in my soul's evolution? The King of Wands. Also upright. So, a lot of Swords and Wands energy, just one Cups card and one major arcana card. And I also got a lot of fives and sevens, which I thought was interesting. I have a 4 and a 2 as well, but, oh, 2 4s and 1 2. I don't know, numerology is interesting to me, so I'm just intrigued by what this all means. And I have 2 7 cards because I have the Seven of Swords, and the Chariot is 7, that is associated with the number 7 in the major arcana. You could technically say it's eighth in row because of the Fool card. I prefer to keep the Fool card in the front. So even though it's associated with the number 0 and the Chariot is associated with number 7, you could say that it is the 8th card, which is interesting because today is August 8th, so it's 8/8, and it's all about the Lionsgate opening, the portal opening. I am not going to speak on that too much because I'm not too inclined in astrology. I just try to work with the energy and I garner the knowledge that I come to understand, but I don't feel comfortable acting as an authority and talking about it too much. The only thing that I would say is that it's a time where we're open to intuitive downloads. It's like something about the stars, find your astrologer for this part, opens us up to intuitive messages and higher self messages, and it depends on how you want to look at it. You could say the divine, all of that, all of it. So I wanted to do this spread, and I did a meditation today, and I had crazy dreams last night waking up into today, and I am associating all of that with this very open channel and open energy that we have going on. So let me really quickly go through what I think of all of these cards. So in What is my authentic truth with the Four of Cups in reverse, I'm getting that the truth is that there are a lot of opportunities in abundance to me, and I'm not taking them. I'm closed off to them, and that's inside. There's something blocking me, and there's something keeping me from opening myself up to opportunity. And speaking from my own experience with myself, I know that there's a block, and I know that there are opportunities in front of me, and I know that I'm doing this, and I'm frustrated about it that I'm doing it, which it's really funny because this is all, it's super internal, and I'm frustrated about it, which are two reasons that I feel like the card came to me in reverse. What energies am I giving out? I have the Five of Wands in reverse, and I have two interpretations of this card for this situation. So the energy that I'm giving out, I feel like people could think that I'm not fighting. So I'm taking this to mean in my career and in my life in general. I am working mostly as a private yoga teacher, intuitive coach. I do some babysitting to earn some income. But as far as like a full-time position, it may seem like I'm not fighting for that because I do not currently have a full-time position. And I wasn't anticipating wanting a full-time position, but my thought process and life has shifted in a way where I am now open to a full-time position, but it may seem currently like I'm not fighting for it, like I'm not fighting for what I want in my life. And that could also be somebody's interpretation of the way that I'm running my business right now, like I'm not fighting. So that's, this way would be all about fighting, so it's looking like I'm not fighting. The other way that I can interpret it as what energies am I giving out is that I'm fighting with myself. So it's pointed toward me, it's reversed toward myself, and I'm having a lot of internal debates and dilemmas right now and trying to figure out how I want to go about my life. And this is in a couple of different areas, not just in career. And what actions I'm going to take and everything. So yeah, there is some internal fighting going on. What energies am I receiving? I have the Five of Swords in reverse. So upright, you can see there are two, I just want to say men because I assume that that's what's going on here, are walking away from this first gentleman who's holding up these swords. He looks kind of smug to me in this card, honestly. I don't know if that's accurate to what the artist intended, but he looks kind of smug, and he looks like, haha, like I sent them off and they dropped their swords. So in reverse, as in energies that I'm receiving, I'm taking this as the universe keeps giving me opportunity. I'm taking it as a cycle. Like the fact that it's reversed, I didn't take it as like a bad or a negative or a reversal of the meaning. I took it more as a cycle because like in cycles you'd be going around and around and around and around and around and around and around. So I feel like I'm at the lower point of the cycle where the universe is giving me a lot of opportunities and I'm casting them out. Like I'm this smug guy who's like, okay, I don't need this opportunity. I'm gonna move on and do it on my own. See how he's holding his swords like he thinks he's the shit. He thinks he can do everything on his own. Like he thinks he's in control, but I don't think that's accurate. I don't think he's really in control. I don't think that those two men walking away is in his best interest. I don't know what the situation is in the card specifically, but it does seem like opportunities for me because even an opportunity for him to spar with these guys would be an opportunity for him to learn and grow. So seeing that as the energies that I'm receiving are this cycle where I'm being given opportunities and then I'm personally casting them out. So I would like to work on that. Okay, the major arcana card for how can I align with my soul path. This is the only major arcana card in my entire reading, so it's got the strongest energy, and it's a really strong question. I feel like I resonated most with this question as far as the way that I like to create my tarot questions because it's putting me in the driver's seat. Driver's seat, chariot. Tarot joke. How can I align with my soul path? It puts me in the driver's seat. It allows me to come up with an action based on the card. Not just, okay, that's just what it is and I just have to deal with it. I like being able to come up with an action. So the chariot is in motion. The first word that always comes to me when I see the chariot is move. Get into action, get going, do something. A chariot is constantly in motion. It's like a car. So you have these castles in the background and you have these two opposing, I believe what are they called? Sphinx? I don't know. These cat/human creatures are opposing. So it appears that one has more female breast looking type chest area, and then this one I would say would be more of a male energy. So it's like the yin yang, white black. As you can see, they're balancing each other. And in certain interpretations of the card, the chariot driver has to navigate both sides and be balanced in the way that he's going forward. So the way I see it in how can I align with my soul path is to move, continue moving, but also to, when I'm being influenced by outside opinions, external forces, advice, anything like that, I need to balance it and keep it in line with what is right for me and the path that I'm trying to go down, because I'm getting super extreme messaging as far as like going within and going down the spiritual path, and then I'm also getting super extreme messaging as in garnering wealth in this society and success in this plane, in this realm, in this material world. So I need to find the path that's right for me, which is probably somewhere in the middle if I'm being honest with myself. So, movement. How can I align with my soul path? Move. Keep going, but stay on the right course. Number 5. What aspects of the divine are awakening within me? So I have the Four of Wands in reverse. So the Four of Wands to me is about commitment, it's about celebration, it's got more of a grounded earth energy. Even though the wands are a fire suit, the fact that these wands are so grounded into the earth, I'll reverse this just so you can get the imagery of it, that tells me that it's more about centering and grounding down. So the fact that I got the card in reverse tells me that I need to learn to celebrate my own successes. So it's what aspects of the divine are awakening within me, and it's my learning to commit to my relationship with myself, learning to celebrate my own successes, learning to open up to community, because I have a hard time with accepting help, for example, and learning to ground in myself and find that anchor within myself. That's something that has been a constant theme of learning in my lifetime, is learning how to ground and have a good positive relationship with myself and have a committed relationship to myself and not putting others first, being able to accept praise from others. So as you see, like, everybody's celebrating this couple that appears to be getting married. So that is what I see in the aspects of the divine awakening within me. It's my own relationship that's bringing out these aspects of the divine, of celebration, of love, of nurturing, of grounding, of commitment. Okay. 6, how can I embody my divine light? I feel like this one is kind of like slapping me on the wrist in a way. Like, pay attention, wake up, stop doing this. Because the card is in reverse, I feel like this is telling me I need to stop it. So upright, I would say that this 7 of Swords energy is being greedy, being stingy, trying to take all of the swords that he possibly can. He looks like he's kind of running away, so he knows that he's not supposed to be doing this. Swords are the intellectual energy and air energy, and I know myself, and I will take on a lot of burdens, not only my own, but others, and just think about them and stew over them. And it could be about other things. Plane going by. It could be about material things as well, as he is carrying the material swords and running off with them and looking around to make sure nobody sees him, it appears. So because I'm seeing it in reverse, I'm seeing that the message is to be more generous, to share with others my thoughts that are racing and receive help about that. I'm getting messaging outside of this spread as well, to just learn to receive help in general. So by me sharing all of my racing thoughts, by me sharing kind of the weight or the burden with others, that would help me to learn to receive help from others as well. So that is how can I embody my divine light, and that's by sharing. So the 2 of Swords for where can I commit to mastery, that's just telling me I need to learn how to make decisions. I'm a super indecisive person, and I will sit on a choice until the absolute last second when I absolutely have to make it, or I just won't make the choice and then nothing happens. But that's super counterintuitive to the Chariot, because if I'm not making a decision and nothing is happening, then I'm not moving forward. So what do I need to master? Making decisions, for sure. King of Wands is my next step in the soul's evolution. So this is totally in line with the other cards that I was getting, because it's all about movement and mastery and being able to. So the King of Wands to me is like a very charming person, and I do feel like I have that charm in me innately. Like I can walk into an interview and charm the pants off of everyone, and okay, I don't like that phrase. I never thought about what that meant. Anyway, I can be a very charming person. However, I don't feel like I have that mastered, and I don't feel like I use that energy to the best of its ability. It's like I only know how to do that to get my foot in the door, and then I rely on my strengths and my intellect to keep me in the door. So mastering this Wands energy in the movement and the continuing to move forward and the fire energy and keeping my motivation up, that would be something that, one, I can obviously learn because it's the next step, and it seems like that's what's going to best serve me. So mastering the King of Wands energy is next, but I gotta get all of these reverse cards back upright in order to get to this point. So it's nice because this is like, do all this, fix all these things, do all your internal work, and this is where you can go. So I like the way that the question was phrased as, what is the next step in my soul's evolution? So it's not saying you need to do this right now. It's saying you are going to get here. This is where you're going. So I really appreciated this spread from Biddy Tarot. I will provide a link in the comments below. If you would like to receive a tarot reading from me, go to my link tree in the Work With Me button. I also have Square appointments, so that's where you will book your session. I do recorded readings, and I also currently am doing live readings. Not sure if that's going to be changing, so if you'd like to do a live reading, I would get on it very quickly, because recorded readings I know are going to be sticking around, but I'm not so sure how long I'm going to be doing live readings. So if you have any questions, feel free to message, DM, email, all of the above. And I hope everybody else had a happy Lionsgate and you got some good downloads going on. And I will link some astrologers below that I follow if you'd like to know more about Lionsgate. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. I'm new to YouTube, so this is new for me, but make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell so that you get notified of any time that I post a new video. And I am working on making that happen more frequently, so hope to see you all on my channel.